Hello everyone, this is Ashi here. Today's video will be talking about today's GRN news, which is about our Egyptian Supreme Reckoning. Norse and the Witchers have a new awakening recall and new item quality missions and others events as well. So let us take a look. Our today's main point is our Egyptian Scope Supreme Reckoning here. So in this video, for the Supreme Reckoning, I mentioned their soft form now, just like the SR here. In the same time, I will speak it on their leader skill first, team skill, FT skills, then I will speak on my thoughts on them here. So now let us look on their leader skill. So for the leader skill part, each attribute is like follow their own now. So we just pick the set fire attribute as the example here. So fire members attack times 7, HP and recovery times 2.5. Fire members damage due to the enemies times 10 additionally. Direct damage FT skill due to the enemy times 3.5 additionally. Fire F damage received negative 50%, and last damage will be due regardless of attribute relations here. So next we will be looking on their team skill here. So for the team skill part, I will use Tefnum as the example, then I will mention what is the differences. There are something different, but don't worry, I will be introduced to you guys as well. So as you can see here, for team skill, with the conditions is both leader and ally need SR Egyptian God. At the same time, our Tefnum, as an example of Tefnum here. So Beast and God runestones also propose the effect of each other. Effect of the water runestones increased by 200%, and at the activation of water member skills, damage of the water member will be regardless of enchanted runestone shield, initial shield, dual, trial, quarter, queen, elemental shield. And at the same time, the first skill activations of our SR Egyptian God, skill of CD of that SR Egyptian God negative 6 here. And at the same time, there are attribute changes when our Anubis and our impurity of Egypt and the water member in the team, our Anubis will change its attribute to that team attribute. So for example here is water, so our Anubis will change to water here. And there are some changes as you guys know that our Egyptian God, that especially our water and light, both of them are belong to beasts. So as you can see, the runestone purposes is beast and god. While for the fire, for the fire and the earth, both are dragons here. So as you can see, the dragon runes and the god runes are purposed. While for our dark, is our Osiris, and he is a god. So it basically is water and god, beast, dragon. These three effect runestones are restroom here, just like effect the purpose of each other here. And at the same time, if when we have Anubis, when Anubis in our member team with our both leader ally is SR Egyptian God here. Our just like also increasing our power on Anubis skill here. But I will just pick out the point, the differences point now. First is the craft apparatus will be fully charged here. After entering stage, and at the same time is here when we turn off or the activations our Anubis skill, our Egyptian God also share the skill CD negative 2 with Anubis as well. This is 2 points 2 points newly added. When we put Anubis as a member in the team now. And at the same time, our SR Egyptian God also acquired a craft power, but also the same name, which is Supreme Reckoning skills. But just like it's actually same with the craft power, just like Solomon or just like Lilith like that here. So as you can see here, the skill given for the SR skills is restore all runestones to normal stats for round. Member of the leader's attribute will be regardless of puzzle shield, and at the same time, according to the number of runestones of the leader's attribute upon the computation of the last runestone's movement, combo count increase here. So it's basically same with the Solomon or Lilith like that, which didn't exhaust the uses of the craft power, but it only exhausted the expenses of power gather, okay, on the Dragon Vela here. Okay, so this is the Superior Economy SR skill craft power parts here, so you guys can have a look. Okay, next is on their FT skill. So we have two FT skill here, so let us see the first one. Okay, it will explode, okay, the non-dark runestones to deal a dark damage to all enemies. Sorry, I use Austria as an example here. Okay, at the same time, turn all the runestone into enchanter of the corresponding members rest in each column. Okay, for each runestone turned, deal a dark damage of 1 million to all enemies for round. Okay, and then dark members attack a quick recovery time 2. Okay, and for the skill 2, we use Tough Snow, okay, as an example here. Okay, so first alternate the attribute of all enemies into fire until they are defeated. For round, water members damage will be dealt regardless of physics combo and defense here. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, so you can see this sign. So basically have the same things, but only just like different attribute here. Okay, so that's what I said before. Okay, so right now let us talking my thoughts out. Okay, about when they on their leader skill, okay, team skills, and FT skill as well. Okay, so for leader skill and the team skill, I will speak both of them together. Okay, so my thoughts is can be playable, but still have to test it. Okay, still have to be tested. Alright, so for me first the multiplier is enough. Okay, but maybe can be used maybe on speed round, maybe on guild missions, the simple easy stage. Maybe you guys can use SR Egyptian God, okay, as the leader. Okay, and at the same time, for especially our cannon team, okay, our cannon team damage are increasing a lot. Okay, especially on our Terry and our Una. Okay, especially when you guys are those who likes to put Egyptian God on your ally part here. Okay, and so for the team skill, okay, as you can see, it actually regardless of our shield, so I can say it's quite good. Okay, since in the past our Egyptian God don't have this kind, okay, this kind of leader team skills as well. Okay, so basically, if you guys want to play, right, maybe just like what I said before, a simple easy stage, okay, or maybe if you guys really want to use it as a normal stage, so you guys have to think well, and also have to think what kind of shield just have to be counter, and you guys have to be alert. Okay, just like you guys have to use your cannon damage and then to blast off your enemy like that here. Okay, and it also cooperating with actually our Anubis. So those who have Anubis, maybe you guys can put it first or maybe not. Okay, but this one is based on your choices here. Okay, so next is about their FT skill. So first on the FT skill one, I can say it can deal 2 times of cannon damage. Okay, for the first time is for the first part it only deal dark damage, but just like maybe thousands plus or maybe 10,000 plus like that. But actually the second part of cannon damage is much more painful, especially you can see the terrain. So it's basically if you just like if you turn up 30 runestones, so basically you can do 30 million. Okay, 30 million of the damage here. Okay, so this is the second part, and also it also gives the members of the attribute extra attack recovery attack. So for this FT skill is basically if you guys don't have maybe you guys just like don't want to pick or don't want to think any cannon type damage, right? You guys can just use Egyptian God here. Okay, if you guys don't have any ideas, okay, so this one can be your one of the choices here. And for the FT skill 2, okay, for the FT skill 2 is first part. Okay, I can say it's useful. Okay, useful actually just like when if you guys facing when you guys have to change or alter the enemy's attribute. Okay, so basically our Egyptian God skill 2 is your best choices unless you have others maybe more efficient. Okay, if not you guys probably maybe mostly will be choices on our Egyptian God first. And at the same time is for the regardless physics combo card, because now there's most of the leaders, okay, just like our Una, our Caesar, and our Moon. Okay, these three of them they mostly already equipped, okay, just like physics combo card, unless you want to put them, you don't have any group, okay, regardless of physical combo card member, okay, just like to regardless it, then you guys can go for your Egyptian god here. So like I said, for this time, Egyptian god on their leader skill, the G skill, like I said, yes, can be playable, but still need to be tested. Okay, still need to be tested. And on the skill, right, on their buff attack skill, like I said, is another one of the choices for us to pick. Okay, no matter it's explore the board or doing the cannon damage, and also it can regardless of physical combat. It's basically is a second choice of those who maybe don't have any good idea of the member. So Egyptian god will be your choices here. Okay, so now I am done for our SR Egyptian god here, and now let us enter in for the Supreme Reckoning part. For our Norse god and the riches on the Awakening record. So before that, I would like to mention about what is this Awakening record. So as you can see right now, I open out my Chrome here. Okay, as you guys can see the window here. So as you can see, the Awakening record part actually is this small logo here. Okay, the small logo especially you get on your desired drop. Okay, especially when they power release. After the power release, okay, it is the same thing. It also just like buffing. Okay, buffing the basic statistics here. Okay, buffing basic statistics, or maybe buffing some other effect. Okay, to help your team. Okay, or to make their character become more useful. Okay, when maybe they go to different teams to fight on here. Okay, so as you can see, this is one of our Gemini. Okay, which we usually use. This is the all pass one. One of the, like I said, is the strongest Awakening recall skills here. Okay, so this is the things here. Okay, right now today's our Norse god and our witches also have it. Okay, so basically you guys can have a look now. Okay, and I will tell you guys is it okay or not here. Okay, first is for our Norse god here. For the Awakening recall, all of them are the same, but only just different on the attribute. So I will using Freya as an example here. Okay, as you can see, our water members and god basic value, attack basic value plus 350 points, and for our mono water god, okay, our mono water god, attack basic value plus 630. Okay, 630. But it will be more one growth of 5 more the character's attack time 3 here. Okay, so as you can see, okay, this time our cleaning god for our Norse god first is increasing the whole team output. Okay, the whole table, and at the same time for especially for the water god, right, the output is much more higher. So as it's basically just like let Freya team, okay, or maybe the other Norse god team, okay, can be useful. Just like increasing those team now. Maybe there's a lack of output here, especially the basic value point here. Okay, at the same time, it's actually cooperated with their own exclusive strategy, which run extra 5 attribute, and if they cooperate with this second part, right, so it's basically you think how high the damage are, okay, when they be used here. Okay, so as you can see, for the 5 parts are the same. Okay, earth, light, dark, all are the same. Okay, so next is our witches here. Okay, so our witches here, I would like to mention to you guys, I can tell for Cassandra, okay, which is our water one, she is focusing on recovery. For media, she is focusing on attack, while for our circuit earth one, okay, she is focusing on HP basic value here. Okay, so you guys just I will just mention to you guys first, okay, so that later when you guys see, just you guys know lah. Okay, so for our Cassandra, okay, since they just got their advisory form here, okay, so both of their form can be shaded this Awakening recall effect here. Okay, so as you can see, for our Cassandra, water members and humans recover basic value plus 150, and water human recover basic value plus 240, and when there's an additional effect in the play, the character's attack time 3. Okay, and next we are looking at our media. Okay, so media is basically on their attribute, so and also focusing on the attack basic value. So as you can see, for fire member and humans is like plus 300 points, while for the fire human plus 480, right? For the second boy are the same, and at the center our circuit, right, is earth members and human plus 500 HP basic value, while earth human is plus 800 HP value here. Okay, so basically for these three of them actually just like quite useful, especially on their when they equip, okay, in the water team or the human teams here. So I can say it's quite big buff here. Okay, and so quite recommend you guys, especially you those who play your Sailor Moon team, or you play your Attack of Titan team, or maybe you play your others team. Okay, so I can say it's quite useful here. Okay, so we are done for our canning record on our Norse and our witches here. Okay, so next is our item quality missions, pyramid activations here. Okay, so before that, I want to mention about the valuable reward, okay, which is our stealer here. So as you can see, there are two of them, which is stealer of god and stealer of human. Okay, this stealer is used to let our character okay, especially our Norse character, okay, and also our witches, okay, to get their original form. Because in the past, right, if we want to get our awakening record form, we usually first we have to max our character. Second, we have to collect the enough item, the requirement item, and we have to fight and pass the stage. Then finally we can get our awakening record form here. But right now, since we already have steal, so it basically we skip this process. Okay, skip this process. So those who want to intend to awakening your character that you want, remember go for here. Okay, remember get your stellar here. Okay, and at the same time here, as you can see, our pyramid, okay, our pyramid, okay, also have a new challenge here. So as you can see, this is one of the challenge is complete the puzzle here. Okay, complete the puzzle is basically is we move around and then complete the puzzles. Okay, so we just like you guys, I think it's quite simple. Okay, if you guys maybe that spin, or maybe you bring the team that have announced mini time now. Okay, it's quite easy for you guys now. Okay, and at the same time, when we fight the stage, we also had to complete 3 puzzles and clear the stage, the mission stage, and 3 challenge chunks of another stage will be called Unlock the Shrine. Okay, which we will be getting our new character here. Okay, which is Pyramid. Okay, which is this guy here. Okay, so now let us look at our pyramid. His active skill here. So if the active skill is CD6, the character becomes disabled and no skill and attack can be launched after 6 rounds. Okay, during the counter, the character attack and recovery time 3 for 6 rounds, and the character damage will be due regardless of combo seal and refresh the protective seal each round here. Okay, so first I'd like to speak about according to his skill. First, right now our Machina don't have any protective seal, and at the same time, okay, especially our Machina don't have, and at the same time, just like protective seal character, just like our Nala or the original demon and even Bar, right, they actually have their own way but at the same time their races is not fitted, except maybe Nala. But Nala's in right now version conditions actually is really no need requirement, maybe at the back of the stage, but still have to see how here. Okay, so basically like I said, right now condition, maybe you guys can prepare one, okay, in case maybe needed to be used, maybe just like continuously 6 rounds to refresh the protective shield character, maybe you don't know which maybe incoming new character or maybe incoming new series, okay, which might be rely on protective shield, who knows here. Okay, so basically quite encourage you guys to prepare one of it, okay, just like standby, or maybe you guys like keep it. Okay, so next is our challenge missions here. Okay, so our challenge mission, Treasure of the Doom here, is about our new card here is Iras here. Okay, so now let's look on her skill here. So it explore the column below the character and the neighboring members to generate enchanted dark. For runner, attack base value of the neighboring members will be lowered to 0, and add 2.5 the desired attack base value to the character basic value here. Okay, so first is absorbing basic value type character, just like Una or the Trump here, but she only absorb, okay, her neighboring part, and at the same time her exploding ball actually only have half block. Okay, sometimes this half block can be useful, but sometimes but more prefer is better to exploding whole ball here. Okay, whole ball here. Okay, sometimes half ball we maybe just like to have a physics, maybe it's like too easier for us to spin number runes, or maybe just like to spin whole board runes here. Okay, but right now actually there are a lot of characters that can do this even much more better than her here. Okay, so and at the same time her absorbing attack visibility, okay, is really rely on how you put. Okay, if you put her between the member that who has high attack, right? Okay, sometimes okay, so it quite be enough damage, but if those characters don't have enough attack visibility, or I can say especially on if members, or maybe those are who their basic value statistics are low, okay, so sometimes you might face not enough damage here lah. So basically for Iras, it basically is your choices. Okay, it's like you want to put in, yes you can put in, but still have to see the stages here. Okay, so this is my thoughts on our Iras here. So next is our Battle Pass character. Okay, so since we have our new Battle Pass character here, so basically, so now let's look on her skill. Okay, CDM. For round, only the first spread of the runestone can be disrupted, and the runes can be disrupted by aligning 2 or more of them in the first batch. Okay, at the same time the character attack time 8. Okay, damage will be dealt regardless of defense, pursuit, and when enclosed area in the play, the character skill CD -6 here. Okay, so first is about the skill. I think only the useful part maybe is on the align or 2 or more here. Okay, just like to make high combo. Okay, high combo. If you don't have ghostly or you don't have any color, just like Chloe. Okay, if you have, maybe I can say this skill is actually so, especially for the puzzle seal part, right? Puzzle seal up, actually we have a card which called Veronica, which is much more better, since Veronica is let the whole beast, right, just like regardless of the puzzle. Why? For Vasi, it only her herself, so for me I might be go for Veronica. Okay, and at the same time only the first batch of the runestone can be solved. Actually if you have Caesar, right, actually Caesar skill also the same effect here, so it's I can say it's a repeating skill here. Okay, repeating skill here. So for me it's just like not that much I will choose her to use in maybe in Caesar team. Okay, I can say not that much on here. Okay, next at the same time for this time Battle Pass we also have the premium here. Okay, it's really to get a new icon frame, and so the new 5 feet, and with the new Ancestor spell here. Okay, so let's see this exclusive Dragon here. Okay, for SKC, for this exclusive Dragon, so focusing of the Earth Beast members. Okay, of Beast members only, and at the same time for the Dragon skill is extend moving time by 1 seconds. The character damage will be dealt regardless of the defense, and by dissolving the beast resource, the characters at that time 1.3 additionally. Okay, first about the Dragon skill part, I can say is normal. Okay, especially just like regardless of defense, because now there's mostly if your team damage are enough, right, actually this defense is actually can say is invisible, because what your output is enough, so you just like no need to worry about high defense here. Okay, and at the same time the multiplier part only 1.3, so for me I just like, why don't you I use the envelope, since envelope much more better than this one. Okay, so it's so normal. Okay, normal and not that much useful. And at the same time for the craft skill part, right, okay, just like increasing base attack time by 25% in round, and at the same time damage will be dealt regardless of initial shield, and skills CD of 3 random beasts on cooldown -2. Okay, so first for the initial shield part, basically right now Caesar just like to regardless initial shield part, we basically use Daga or maybe others. Okay, which much more useful. We just like know. Okay, instead of we bring maybe on our Dragon pair, our Dragon part we usually use just like maybe delay Dragon, which much more useful. Okay, much more useful. Okay, so as I can say this time the exclusive Dragon I can say is normal. Okay, so it's like it's your guys' own choices are whether to take it or not. Yeah, but for me I might want, because it's too normal, and majority of the skill, right, basically we can use the member card, or some is even the output damage is actually are enough, okay, to counter and just like to solve it here. Okay, so next there's a special thing is that our Imperial of Egypt, okay, having on their adjustment on their FT skill here. Okay, so I just pick up Okay, I just pick out the important point here. So as we just look all the after adjustment part lah. Okay, so as you can see here, we look on the water part here. Okay, for the water part, as you can see here, for the second line here. Okay, so for the second line here, so as you can see here, when the team find Anubis or our SR Egyptian god, okay, SR Egyptian god, okay, when Sobek activation the skill, so our Anubis and Egyptian god will enter the stage hyper stage here. Okay, this Egyptian god is water Egyptian god only lah. Okay, water Egyptian god, and at the same time for round 1, water members and gods attack and recovery time 1.5. So I can say is alright, is another lah. Just like you pull 2 cards, just like to increasing, just like one of the card lah, increase the damage. If no miscount, when Sobek is CD1. CD1 or CD, how much I already forget, because this card actually not that much used. Okay, not that much used here lah, but still have to be tested and see. Okay, next is our culprit here. Okay, so for the culprit is the second part here. Okay, as you can see the second point here. Okay, when we have reached to the max accumulations, right? Okay, our Anubis and our fire Egyptian god, right, will launch extra fire attack. Okay, damage can be regardless of puzzle seal. Okay, damage can be regardless of puzzle seal here. So as you can see, only 2 color, which is our Anubis and Stella. So if you guys are put both of them in the team now, so just like to regardless of puzzle seal. So for me lah, I can say it's okay, but sometimes you might face some problem is just like your output damage will be lower because only these 2 cards. So it's actually quite rely on these 2 cards. Okay, and so at the center actually we have called card lah, to regardless of puzzle seal, which is we call mana lah. Okay, which is much more better than them because she only since she is 1 card. Okay, instead of against 2 of the card. Okay, 2 of card columns lah. But for me lah, it's actually not that useful, but it sometimes can be used. But for me lah, I might be focusing on the combo parts for culprit here lah. Okay, and next is our circuit. Okay, so for our circuit is here. Also the same thing. Okay, when we have Anubis and the Earth Egyptian god. Okay, it's only at the Earth and members and the god attack time 1.5. So basically, is if you guys don't have any good multiplayer choices, yes, circle maybe is one of the choices but I might be not that quite use her that a lot lah. Okay, alright. So this is for the skill part. Okay, next is about our horrors. Okay, so for our horrors is when our Anubis and Ra in the team, right? Okay, it can explore all the column below light members and gods to generate enchanted runes of the corresponding members attribute in each column here. Okay, so first explore God, don't need to say right, it's quite useful, and at the same time this skill right also can solve 30 accumulate right runes in the same time, and also give you a fixed ball. Okay, give you a fixed ball just like to solve number runes or maybe to solve the enchanted runes. Okay, sorry, not enchanted runes, elemental runes. If you guys basically how you pull up, okay, how you pull your members here. Okay, so like I said, this skill is quite useful really quite useful. Okay, so next is our Pharaoh here. Okay, so our Pharaoh, the changes is when have also Anubis and also our dark Egyptian god. Okay, it will turn all runestones into the enchanted god runestone with all types of fixed number and fixed positions here. And at the same time, if an enemy is defeated in the round, right, we will get our full HP recover when at the end of the round here. Okay, so first given a fixable when if now we have Pharaoh and we have Anubis or Osiris in the same team, right? So I can say this fixable sometimes is quite useful. Okay, quite useful, but still have to see how is the board looks like. Okay, it can be quite useful and have to see Okay, just like to clear the enchanted runes and also for the number runes just like Horus. Okay, still like Horus. And at the same time, our Pharaoh CD also dropped from CD6 drop to CD5. So I basically can see is that this activation is quite much more faster. Okay, quite much more faster So maybe in the future can be see him Okay, it's like cooperate with Osiris and Pharaoh or Horus with Ra like that. Okay, since both of their skills are quite useful here. Okay, so now we are done here. Okay, we are done for our this time articles here. Okay, so that you guys have looked through this actually of our SR Egyptian God. Okay, and also there are new things here. But unfortunately for this time we didn't see any collaborations news here. Okay, so basically we still had to wait. Okay, had to wait again and look lah. Okay, so right now we let us just enjoy the Egyptian God versions just like on their Supreme Economic versions here lah. Okay, so thank you for your watching, and sorry take for a long time here since this time article are long enough. Okay, and so thank you for your listening, and I'm Ashley. See you in the next video. Goodbye.